Laptop glow on a midnight table, cheap motel coffee, Cain and Abel. Inbox open like a loaded gun. One last door I could still run. Old boss said, son, you know the code. Your desk is here if this thing folds. A perfume on a collar line, wild love dressed up soft and fine. I said I'd move, said I was free. Truth is, I kept a spare key. Every man talks big about fate, keeps one boot behind the gate. Called it smart, called it wise, fear in a tailored disguise. So I burned that bridge myself, watched it fall like a Bible off the shelf. Ash in my hands, smoke in my lungs. No more, maybe no silver tongue. Flames lit up my shaking face. No more fallback, no hiding place. If I drown, I drown alone. But I'm swimming toward my own. Hits and slow, didn't blink. 4 hard lines, no time to think. Thank you kindly, I won't return. Screen went black, felt it burn. Wind outside like a desert choir. Neon cross in a motel spire. Took that key from my coat that night. Struck one match in yellow light. Watched it glow in a coffee can. Buried it deep with my bare hands. No sky crack, no angels cry, just a cleaner cut inside. Freedom ain't a golden crown, it's cutting ties and standing ground. Power in a borrowed throne, it's only nights you face alone. Yeah, I burned that bridge myself, left no map on the mantel shelf. Ash on my boots, blood in my wheel. Heart beat hard, but my hand stood still. No road back, no soft retreat, just gravel dust beneath my feet. The past still calls, but it sounds so small from the far side of that charcoal wall. A grown man don't beg for fate. He strikes the match and seals the gate. In that smoke, cold and thin, I lost my exit and I stepped in. And I stepped in. Yes, we did. Neon flickers on a cracked cafe wall. Morning light cuts thin and small, black coffee shaking in my hand, steam rising like a ghosted plan. Used to chase every pair of eyes, feed my winds to the hungry sky. Every clap was a fix, no lie, cheap salvation dressed up as pride. I'd polish my name like a loaded gun, fired off just to feel I'd won. Yeah, I was loud, mirror in the restroom, cold and mean, showed me a king, hooked on being seen. I traced the scar on my jawline bone, realized I don't owe that throne. Whispered low, like a sinner's vow, if I'm enough, I'm enough right now. I don't need your hallelujah, don't need your spotlight flame. I burned in that holy fire just to hear you say my name. I laid my crown in the dirt tonight, washed my hands in quiet rain. When I stopped proving who I was, that's when I broke the chain. There was a night I hit that mark, big cold milestone in the dark, phone lit up like a desert cross, temptation shining through the gloss, thumb hovered over, share the news, feed the wolves, collect my dues. But I felt the weight of old abuse, applause that always left a bruise. So I shut it down, let silence win, lit a match, watched the ego thin, burn the printed headline pages, fell soft in a porcelain tray like some backyard sacrament, letting the false god fade away. I knelt by the sink, cold water running, washed off the need to keep fronting. No crowd, no choir, no stage light glow, just a man letting old skin go. Faith ain't loud, it's a steady breath, it's choosing truth over social death. I don't need your your desperate praise. I walk through fire for validation now. I walk through it unafraid. My worth don't rise with clapping hands, don't fall when I'm unseen. I answer to a quieter law, a code that cuts me clean. Yeah, I still bleed, still fight that need, but I don't bow to it the same. When a man stops proving who he is, he don't get softer, he gets untamed. And that freedom, it's cold, but it's mine. Fluorescent lights buzzing over your head, cold white halo on a half-dead plan. Chair still warm, but the room's gone thin. Coffee cups sweating like guilty men. One by one they slip that door. No slam fists, no holy war, just quiet boots on a dirty floor. Like faith walking out the back once more. Your name still taped to the office glass. Resume you sharp as a switchblade flash. You could leave, no one would ask, but you don't. You stare at your face in a black screen shine. See a tired saint with a crooked spine. You whisper low like a backroom prayer. I don't run just 'cause it ain't fair. Your knuckles crack, your jaw sits tight. You stay with the wreckage, you stay with the fire. You stay when the good men fade, when the easy money's already made. You bleed on the floor, you swore you'd guard. Kiss the broken thing, call it yours. You ain't no fool, you just don't scare of rusted gears and answered prayers. You don't chase crowns that shine and run. You stay till the dying job gets done. Server room humming like a dying choir. Red light blinking like a liar's fire. You roll your sleeves, white boiling ash. Patch the cracks with will and cash. 3 souls left in the sinking boat. One's half drunk, one lost all hope. You hand them truth without the sugar coat. We don't float, then we learn to choke. There's a cross on a chain under your shirt. Cold on skin, close to hurt. You hold it tight, yeah it burns. Then you light a match, not to quit, but to cauterize what won't fit. You wash your hands in a rusted sink. Water red from the cuts you think nobody sees, but you know they're there. Every promise is a kind of prayer. You could walk, you could be clean, but you lose the man you've tried to be. You stay when the lights burn low, when the truth moves slow as a funeral roll. You carry the weight that others drop. Hold the line when the heartbeat stops. You ain't chasing some legend's name. You're building grit inside the flame. The project lives, it ain't divine, but it breathes because you held the line. And maybe it won't change the world, won't raise no flag, won't save no girl, but you looked at the dark, didn't turn away. That's power. That's how a soul learns how to stay. Fluorescent lights buzzing overhead. Long oak table, faces red. Projector humming like a guilty choir. Numbers climbing higher and higher. All those suits turned slow toward me, like I held the final prophecy. I could have danced with a polished lie, fed 'em smoke, watched it fly. My reflection in that black screen glass looked like a preacher about to pass. Ego talks in a velvet tone. Boy, don't you dare say you don't know. Pride's a loaded 45, keeps you tall but kills you slow. So I said, I don't know. Let it hang in the air real low. No excuse, no sugarcoat, just truth crawling up my throat. But I'll find out, I give my word. Room went still, every heartbeat heard. Didn't feel like a king on a throne, felt like flesh without a bone. That night I stood in a bathroom stall, cold tile floor, cracked mirror wall. Loosened my tie like a hanging rope, washed my hands of cheap false hope. Took a pen, pressed skin till it bled, signed my promise in quiet red. Not for glory, not for show, just a debt I owed my own soul. Bible sitting by the bed, dust on the cross, words I never read. I knelt down not to be saved, just to face the fear I crave. No choir sang, no heavens broke, just a man who finally spoke. Truth ain't shiny, ain't dressed in gold. It's raw and naked, blunt and cold. But lies build towers tall and fast. Truth builds something meant to last. Watch my reputation dip down low, but something solid hit the floor. A stronger man than before. Now when I speak, I mean what's said. No smoke rising from my head. I don't chase that, got a pride. I let the hard truth be my guide. Power ain't in knowing it all, it's standing steady when you fall. And if I bleed, at least it's real, a wound that time can seal. No spotlight blaze, no trumpet blow, just a colder kind of glow. I didn't lose control. took. Flash bulbs popping in a rented hall, champagne sweating on a mirrored wall, city skyline cutting chrome, his name about the headline home. Suit pressed sharp, black tie tight, crowd leaned in for the solo spotlight. Contract waiting, gold ink pen, all they had to do was sign and win. But he saw their faces in the back row line, calloused hands that built that climb. Fame's a flame in a paper crown, burns real bright, then burns you down. Devil whispers take the throne, but a throne can freeze a man to stone. He stepped out of the light that night, let the glory fade from sight. Said put their names up next to mine. This work ain't built on one man's spine. Crowd went quiet, sharp and slow, like a church when the truth gets low. He could have ruled that stage alone. Instead he broke that spotlight throne. Back room later, neon hum. One young kid said, "You're the one." He shook his head, poured the drink, watched his own face in the sink. Mirror cracked by a hairline scar, like every man who chased too far. Took a match to the printed praise, program pages in a silver tray, flame curled names in orange and blue. Ash fell soft like something true. Power's easy when it's loud, harder when you split the crowd. Pride's a gun with polished steel, pull it once and trust won't heal. Yeah, he stepped out of the light that night, chose the shadow over height. Lost some cheers, lost some shine, gained a line that would outlast time. Years rolled on, deals came back, same old hands on a stronger track. They didn't follow him for fame, they followed him 'cause he shared the flame. A man ain't measured by applause, but by the loyalty he draws. And when that cold white spotlight calls, he smiles and lets it fall.